Right, so after 2 weeks ago, when I put a screw through my finger, trying to put my number plate on, all in anticipation of my MOT, I finally made it back, because I've got to fit the rear reverse light, because one of them was out. It was a nightmare finding them. I have got two. I'll see if one works and if I can fit that. But like a child, I am really easy distracted. And I had said previously that I've been really getting addicted to Temu. My friends have actually laughed and joked. It has become a really sad addiction. So I am really easily distracted. I said I was only going to focus on my rear light because it's MOT on Friday. I've got no other time to do it. But I've done it again, haven't I? I've gone and got distracted. So I thought this would be nice. And it's shiny, and I can't help it. And this is my toilet door. I can't quite decide whether to go high or middle. Yeah, it's got to be high, isn't it? You can't really see that very well, can you? So if I just tilt this away from my ugly old mug, and hopefully, there we go, it's a bit better. So, glasses on, because I'm as blind as a bat. Oh, come on, it's shiny. Come on, you know you love it. So apparently, oh, I thought it said this peels off. Now, go back to Temu while I'm attempting to try and pick this off. A couple of things haven't been quite right, but they've been really good. And accepting returns, and on a few sort of smaller, lower priced items, have actually just offered me my money back without any argument. Today being one of them, I'd ordered a poo pipe to be an extension to my normal pipe. So mine is a huge pipe, and you basically stick it down the drain, which I'll show you, and it is on I think some of the other videos, and you stick it down the drain and put a lever, but it wasn't long enough, so I ordered one that looks identical to some of the ones you get from the people that import stuff from American RVs. Looks identical, same colour, same everything, and I think it's about £7, whereas they I think are after about 25 quid for extension. So here we go. Oh, it's all measured by eye. All by eye. I am so sad. I absolutely love that. That is so cool. Look at that. Let's get close up. So cool. Ugh. Anything shiny, we love it. Right. I really do need to get back to the important stuff. I need to get that light put in. Because I'm absolutely terrified. My MOT's coming up. And I'm really scared. How are our batteries doing? There we go. 100%. And the computer has worked out. Doesn't really need to be putting anything in. So we'll level it out on 100%. And we're not putting anything in because we don't need anything in. Again, easily distracted. So, right, back to the job on hand. Let me sort these lights. See you in a sec. Done it again, got us distracted. So basically this is my poo system, that huge pipe. And you pull those two levers in the back there. My pipe looked identical, but sadly it isn't. However, I've managed to wind this over, and I could either wire that on to make it tighter or even put a bit of silicone to hold it on. So now I think this pipe extends to 1.5 meters. So that's an extra 1.5 meters. And for the sake of £7, I could probably just get another one. Right, on to the important stuff. Lights. Right, can you lot stop letting me get distracted? I can't help it. And come on, you know, you chaps and you ladies, that when you've got a new little gadget, a new little toy, you do get distracted. And with Temu, I just keep seeing stuff and I want it, and they're so good for the RV. So the good lady had said that the shelf that is provided in the RV, you got to see this, it's ridiculous. is a bit too small to put things on. So as a little surprise to her, because she's at work, I bought her a, come on, sit still. And I should be doing the backlight for the MOT, and instead I'm fiddling around with it with Temu stuff. I bought this really cool little shelf with her. I looked through loads of their shelves and I thought it was really sweet. I think it's supposed to really be for a bathroom, but I liked it because it was shiny, and it's just enough room to do things like putting phones on and a drink. So I am going to pop this little rascal on, take a picture and send it to her, and hopefully she will be all excited. So bear with, just got to get a drill bit. Can I ever be trusted with drill bits again? For those of you who didn't watch the last video, I was drilling my number plate on, and a little tiny drill like this went straight through my thumbnail and virtually out the back, if you can see that small dot. That was 3 weeks ago, and I'm still in quite a lot of pain. So yeah, that wasn't fun. I think I'm having flashbacks, but I need to do this. So bear with me, because it's a left hand sort of job. I don't know if I can video this, so hold up. Okay, I hope you see that. So I will put one drill bit in, then put a level on, because I've put some little lights in. My beautiful lady took one look, and the first thing she said was, well, that's not level. Admittedly, she was right. That could be a bit of a problem. So if I just pop this level on there like that. Well, you've seen me do it, so if she tells me off, I'm coming back to you guys. Oh, no, hang on. What's wrong about there? Quick test hole. There we go. Now, I've got to remember what's behind here, because I've got a horrible feeling. Ooh, that's not a very good look for you, is it? You don't want to see that. I remember it being really like metal. And this is why you probably don't start getting distracted and doing other jobs. So skip to the end. A screw literally snapped off while I was trying to get through the metal part, because there's some metal behind here. And so I take it all out, take this part off, and then put it all back in with another type of self-cutting screw. But hopefully my good lady, as you can see, she'll be very happy. Right, now stop distracting me and let me get back to this stupid light. See you soon. Just got to set the camera up. So it seems that these two have to be together and act as an earth, and this one is my live, which is the paint bump, because I was hoping it was just going to be able to plug straight in. So bear with me, and I'll do a bit of wiring and we'll come back. Right, now normally I'm not this lucky, but the light, the switch was similar. The lugs matched, and I didn't have to wire anything. I literally just pushed the little bugger in. This is the old one. I was gonna change that one, but I just don't think I can be feathered. So we've got two reversing ones, and now all I've got to do is change that. Change all these. The only issue we did have is the rubber surround that came with this light was way too tight to fit. I just managed to get that one in using the old rubber. Bit of a faff, but she's gone in quite nicely. Right, next jobs. Right, okay, so light is done, that's the most important. My hazard, I've got to just hope to God the lifting up at the top of the MOT works. Other than that, I've just got to pray and hope. So fingers crossed for me that it works, and I'll see you on the way to the MOT station. If I pass, then I'll give you a fun LPG video of me trying to get into an LPG station in this thing, which is quite a fun watch. If you've seen some of the other videos, you'll see the size of this thing. Right, that's my own fault. That will learn me, that will school me. Problem is, when you go this big, it's very difficult to go back. So thank you if you've watched, and I hope you have a great time, great day, and I'll be back soon with a terrifying MOT experience. So yesterday was MOT day. I couldn't video it because I was just so stressed. You know, you get that horrible sort of sick feeling in your stomach. And typically, because I'm so unlucky, I get about a mile away from the station, the MOT station, and I could feel it. Something just didn't feel right in one of the wheels. I thought I had a puncture. I get there and I could smell one of the brakes is really hot. Now, bearing in mind, 2 years ago, I had brake failure, even though this company said they'd fixed it. And I had complete and utter brake failure in the middle of some, I can't remember the name of the city, down in sort of Devony way. Had to be rescued. That was an absolute nightmare. You'd see that on some of my videos. But I paid £2,000 to have these brakes done. I'm hoping it's just that one of the calipers is sticking, because obviously, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, with motorhomes, we don't take them out that often. It just had to happen exactly on the day of the MOT. It was so close, he was going to pass it, and then he went to try and spin the wheel and he lifted it up and it wouldn't spin. So I spent most of yesterday going around all the HGV places trying to find someone that might be able to fix it. Now they said we're not taking on any more clients, or not too busy until September. I found one place and I explained my situation. They seemed really, really nice, called Ipswich Truck Services in Blakenham, Claydon. And I said, look, I'm going to possibly have a look at it over the weekend, but I've just got under there. I'll show you that in the clip. And it's silly because it is pretty much just like a car one, just a lot bigger. But I was just thinking, if I get that off to sort of grease the pins that the caliper slides on, and I can't get it back on because it's so heavy and it's awkward, and I'm sort of in a little bit of space under there, then I'm stuck out here at this campsite. This campsite in Ipswich, so I thought there's no point taking it another 20-30 miles back to where I store it, only to have to do the whole distance back to Blakenham. So I'm halfway here at least, and I'll give them a call on Monday, take it down, and I've got 10 days to do the re-test. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, and then you couldn't even make it out. So my partner was following me. She was texting me, I didn't hear it. I've got a number plate board at the back of my motorcycle rack, brand spanking new. Somehow that had come off and I was dragging it all the way. Well, I don't know how far I was dragging it, so that's all smashed up, and I've got to try and repair that with some old bits from another one. Yeah, so I was right to have that stress for the MOT. And I guess the problem is when it's in something like this, I mean, I guess, you know, you guys with very expensive motorhomes and Mercedes motorhomes and all that kind of stuff, you've got the same issue. But if I have an issue I need parts for, I've either got to buy them off the very few people that import stuff for American vehicles. I know you're going to be saying, some of you are going to be going, well, that's your fault for buying one. Yeah, well, you know, we all have original stuff and different stuff and our own issues with it. Or I've got to actually contact Coachman and get them to send it, which could take God knows how long. And paying import tax from the States. Now we've got the gift of Brexit. So I don't know really what I'm going to do. I'll take it on Monday. Pray to God it's not an actual caliper issue, because each one of those are about 500 quid. And it's just sort of seized on a bit because I don't get to use it that much. And then I can get it back to the MOT. So I'll keep you posted on that one. Pray for me. I was thinking of having a pop myself and taking it apart and trying to free up those pins, I think, in here. and put some golden grease on it, some copper grease. But my God, I don't know if you can get a scale. These things are so big. Out here on a campsite, I just don't think I dare. So I think I'm gonna have to take it to a truck place on Monday. If they'll take me in. Apparently I've also got a snapped off, sheared off ABS sensor. So, what's this going to cost me? Especially after I spent £2,000 with the company to have all new discs, calipers and brake pads put in only 2 years ago, and this has happened. What do you want?
Grained mustard in the bag. Another beer. Get Ben another beer.
Finally, after a very stressful day, we are chillaxing. Oh, you can see the old girl, but
smoke machine, fucking smoke machine.
Really?
Well, foam smoke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The person who's at their parties, I'm smoking monsters. Worse than me. And I've got some fashion rights. Your own smoke machine. That's going.
She just loves doing the parties, doesn't she?
you can get my team.
Holes work.
Don't do it.
Well, no,
I
people
thought-
do, don't they?
I thought apparently if you do it quick enough, you're okay.
If you,
It
which
doesn't
doesn't
burn your
make
feet.
sense.
No.
I mean, it's obviously a thing, because they do it in loads of those corporate bloody bullshit weekends away or whatever.
Oh,
don't
do they?
Oh God, yes, firewalking's a massive thing in terms of, you know.
Believe it. I can't believe it. I've just been to the MOT station after such a stressful time with all the issues and getting it repaired. Oh my God, we passed. I've actually got a headache. The stress and anxiety has given me a headache. It's been a nightmare. So I'm now driving through to the town centre because I want to get my ABS sensor checked. And I'll get back to you when we're there. My mouth is dry. Oh my God. So I'm still dazed and amazed. We got through the MOT, as I said, highly stressful. I then went to the brakes people. They were so good. If anybody's got an HGV or large motorhome, large vehicle, RV, Ipswich Truck Services. They had checked out my brake that was binding as to why the vehicle failed the MOT. They found a new sensor and did it all in a day and were so kind. Slightly different sensor, I wasn't quite seated properly, so the ABS came back on. So I've just been there. They have taken it over pier, cleaned it, checked on the computer system. Everything seems fine. And they were very kind, put some air in my tyres. However, I'm sure it's not their fault. I went to get some LPG Yep, that was 100 quid's worth. And then as I was pulling into Morrison's, which was only a few miles away, it flicked on again, the ABS. I've now driven 8 miles and the ABS has come back on again. So I'll need to give them a call back and try and rebook it to go and see what the issue is. I mean, it's had the ABS light off for a while, so it's not, I don't think, you know, it's any major issue. I don't like ABS anyway, but if it helps to keep the brakes cool, it's something I definitely need to do, so I'll give them a call once I get out and get back to storage. Yeah, I wish I could have videoed the LPG. So my vehicle is so big, I pull in one side to fill up the tanks that run it and block off everybody on the left hand side of the pumps because I'm so far forward they can't drive around the front of me. So I have had some irate people today that are okay. Then I have to go out, pay, go outside the station, come back in again and do my habitation tank. Little top up on one tank, 60 quid, that's the running tanks, and the other habitation I put in nearly 40 quid. I mean, that just is so good, it really is really good. I was trying to do a test to see how many miles I could get on all my 3 LPG tanks full. Today I did start getting red flashes. I was hoping I would have got more out of what I put in, because I think I put in about somewhere like 250, 260, maybe more in LPG. And I don't know how much it's done, 300 and something miles, but I'll come back to you on that one, I guess, with a calculation. Yeah, so taking it back to the storage yard. Lots of little jobs to do, which I hope you'll watch, and these jobs may help you. And hopefully she'll be okay. Thanks for watching if you watched this far.